hate y'all niggas. Y'all niggas make my ass itch, and I'm talking about for real.
Twitter niggas are at it again, and this is quite possibly the dumbest known to man. So, if you don't know what's going on because you aren't on Twitter, which I commend you for, PewDiePie has gotten himself in yet another pot of hot water. As if the streaming incident wasn't enough.
What a fucking...
What did PewDiePie do this time? Well, PewDiePie uploaded a TikTok Cringe compilation. In it, he was reacting to Cringe TikToks with his dog, Maya. One of the TikToks he reacted to was a girl doing a story time using sign language because she was deaf. But she was doing sign language with these comically large acrylic nails on, so every time she signed something, her nails clacked together. PewDiePie found the noise that the nails are making to be obnoxious. So obnoxious that he didn't even finish the video. He then proceeded to make fun of the girl's nails using his dog, Maya.
Well, I was at a drive-thru and it has like the people where they stand outside and they take your order before you go up to like the window. So I pull up and I roll my window down, and this lady, when I...
No, I'm not listening to this. Look, she has your crazy nails, man.
So anyway, what I did was, I went outside and then I peed and then I pooped a little bit as well, and it was crazy. Sorry, are my nails distracting you guys?
Now, because I have common sense, I can deduct that PewDiePie was making fun of the girl's nails. However, because common sense on Twitter ain't common at all, people on Twitter saw the clip and deducted that PewDiePie was making fun of her because she was deaf, making fun of her for using sign language, and making fun of her because she was black. I'm not joking about that last part. This is Twitter. You should know this already. Now, niggas on Twitter specialize in two things: reaching and jumping to conclusions. You could present a nigga on Twitter with the most well-articulated, coherent evidence ever, and they will go out of their way to make sure that they come to the worst conclusion imaginable. Now, the conclusion that niggas on Twitter have jumped to with this whole PewDiePie situation is that PewDiePie is making fun of her for being deaf and black.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Let me tell y'all something. It never ceases to amaze me the amount of reaching that an average Twitter nigga could do. I swear, if reaching was an Olympic sport, y'all would go gold every 4 years. No other country will be able to touch a Twitter nigga in reaching. I'd swear to you. Saying that PewDiePie was making fun of her for being deaf is a reach. Saying PewDiePie was making fun of her for being deaf and black is a super reach. Like, this is Stretch Armstrong Halo levels of reach. This is reach the likes of which we've never seen before. First of all, PewDiePie made no mention of this girl being deaf. According to him, he didn't even know she was deaf, which is a bit silly, but he admits that it was silly later, so okay, cool. Second of all, PewDiePie made no mention of her being black, so how you can sit there and say that PewDiePie made fun of her for being black is beyond me. Now, some people say it was racist for him to make fun of her nails because acrylic nails are apparently a symbol of blackness. A statement like that took away the last bit of hope that I didn't even know I had in the black community. At this point, I expect nothing from the black community, yet somehow, some way, I'm still let down every single day. Martin Luther King would be ashamed of you niggas for saying that.
A bunch of trifling, shiftless, good-for-nothing niggas.
So no, PewDiePie did not make fun of her for being deaf or black. He was making fun of her nails. You can even see in the video that the disgust doesn't start to show on his face until her nails start clacking together. And people were sitting there trying to say, oh, the nails ain't even that loud. Like, did we watch the same video?
Well, I was at a drive-thru and it has like the people where they stand outside and they take your order before you go up to like the window.
I get it. She needs to use her hands to use sign language because she can't communicate so well because she's deaf. That doesn't stop her nails from being any less annoying. Ain't nobody trying to hear those nails clack together every 2 seconds. I don't blame him for cutting the video off prematurely because the video wasn't even that funny. All it was a story time about her going to a drive-thru and the worker in the drive-thru leaned a little too far into the window. So she signed to her brother trying to make fun of the worker for leaning too far into the window. Come to find out, the worker knew sign language the whole time. So she got caught trying to make fun of somebody, which is highly ironic considering what PewDiePie is in trouble for. Anyway, back to the Twitter niggas. PewDiePie is an ableist. He just wanted to mock a black woman for millions of viewers for having long fingernails and speaking in her natural dialect. It's only racism. Now, when somebody replied to him and said that PewDiePie wasn't being racist or ableist and was just making fun of her nails, this nigga responds with this. And when he poked fun at the deaf black girl with long nails that are a cultural aesthetic, he made fun of how they sounded when she signed and her voice, both being parts of her navigating the world while differently abled and black. Once again, I expect nothing and I'm still let down. Another thing that Twitter niggas were bringing up is that PewDiePie was making fun of her voice and how she signed by using his dog. Now, about the voice thing, a lot of people said that he always gives his dog voices whenever he puts her in videos. I can neither confirm nor deny this because I don't watch PewDiePie. So before anybody comes in my comments saying, oh, you're just another PewDiePie dick rider shit, boing boing, you're not just wrong, you're stupid. Now, about the sign language thing, I'm gonna have to give this one a big fat no, because if you actually watch the clip, you can see that before he even touches his dog, he says to her,
look, she has your crazy nails, man.
And when he's moving his dog around, he's actively trying to make the dog's nails touch so that they make a noise, but he can't do it. Now, I think he could have put some sound effects or something in there to signify the nails touching, yet and still that you should know he was not making fun of the girl's sign language. If he was making fun of her sign language, he probably would have made a Naruto hand signs joke, because I can tell you right now that that was the first thing I thought of when I first saw the TikTok. Speaking of the TikTok, the girl made a response to everything going on, so let's check it out.
Everybody has been blowing my phone up about this, so let's talk about it. Apparently there's a big YouTuber named like Pewdie, whatever, I don't know his name, but he made like a reaction video to one of my TikToks, making fun of like my nails, making fun of my signs with his dog.
She's still signing with these damn brain ticklers on, and they're clacking together every 2 seconds. I'm about ready to cut this shit off.
And then like I guess at one point mocking my voice. So how do I feel? I feel like it was very weird and very unnecessary, but at the same time I wasn't surprised. I'm used to it. It's been a big issue in the deaf community. I've been trying to like normalize and put it out that using nails while signing is normal, like it's okay, but then a big creator comes on here and puts us like a million steps back, so it's very frustrating. I
don't know where she got this from, but nobody's saying that it's not normal or it's not okay to use sign language with nails on. We're just saying it's super obnoxious. Like I said before, I get it. I get that that's how she has to communicate because she's deaf, so she has to use sign language. However, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that it's not obnoxious hearing those things clack together like they're silverware every 2 seconds. It's obnoxious when non-deaf girls are doing with their hands with them claws on. I don't want to hear them damn things bang together every 2 seconds during a normal conversation.
feel like if any other hearing person was telling this story but they had long nails on but they didn't need a sign to get their point across, he would have listened to the full story and maybe even had a laugh.
Yes, because if a person telling a story with long nails didn't need to use their hands to communicate, you wouldn't hear their nails clacking together every 2 seconds, thus eliminating the obnoxiousness. You just proved the whole reason he cut the video off was because he couldn't stand hearing your nails clack together. He didn't cut it off because you were deaf or black. Now, I know I already brought up the point of people saying that he was making fun of her sign language using his dog. I'm only bringing it back up because she talked about it in her response video.
But because I had to sign to communicate and I had long nails on, he like stopped the video after like 2 seconds, didn't even listen to the story, and then after that proceeded to like make fun of me signing with his dog.
And then later doubled down on it in another TikTok video and said that
everybody defending him, saying like, oh no, he was just talking about the nails when moving his dog's arms around. He literally said in his apology comment that he thought I was dancing.
First of all, no he didn't. What he said was him moving his dog's paws around was an ongoing theme in the video, poking fun at people who are always dancing on TikTok. Now you can tell that this comment doesn't apply to you because he doesn't look at his dog and say, hey look man, she's dancing. He says, she's got your crazy nails, man. And like I said before, at several points he tries to make the dog's nails touch.
If he was just talking about the nails and the sound of it, he should have done this with his hand, or like with his dog's hand.
I agree, he should have done that. He should have also put some sound effects in there, and maybe that would have got the point across a little better. But just because he didn't do that, that does not mean that this is definitive proof that he was making fun of you using sign language.
But he was moving his dog's hands and arms around all over the place. That was sign language.
Oh, that was sign language. What the dog was doing was sign language? Well, I don't know sign language myself, but I know someone who does. TK, translate.
Yeah, I don't know what this dog's saying, bro.
And the brutal irony about all of this is that the person that I believe got this trending on Twitter in the first place did the exact same thing she accused other people on Twitter of doing.
Hey, that's a bullshit.
And the last comment I'm gonna make about this young lady's nails is this. So, in conclusion, Twitter niggas, stop reaching, stop blowing things out of proportion, stop taking things out of context, stop taking jokes so seriously, get off the internet and get a hobby.